the other night. That was a big win in many ways, really, wasn't it? Particularly after the Southport game.
Well, yeah, the performance was there first and foremost. Listen, you can never guarantee a result, but you can pretty much guarantee performances, and 9 times out of 10 when you put one in, you get the result you want. So thoroughly deserved the victory on Tuesday. Thought we should have put the game to bed at certain times, but listen, it's just another one chalked off and we move swiftly on.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between the Southport performance and the Chorley performance was marked, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's why I've got no hair, Trev. Well, I've got less hair than I had 2 years ago. But yeah, it's you scratch your head sometimes, don't you? At why things work and why things don't. You know, that's my responsibility, and I think the lads who were out there, and in fact the whole squad and the whole club really, we stuck together over the last 2-3 days. It's been challenging times, and got the result we needed and wanted, and proved to get.
I didn't see the Chorley game, but I did see the Southport game. I think the thing that surprised me most of that performance was a lack of intensity at times, which I don't expect from a Harriers side.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, it always goes down to the performance, and it wasn't there, and the work rate wasn't there. It was there, but the lack of quality, and then the confidence goes, and then you go into a bit of a shell. So listen, it happens. Don't like it happening, and happened probably one or too many times this season. But we've always reacted really well, and it's been a bit more consistent now.
When they came back in on the Monday, whenever it was after, could you sense that there was a feeling, right, we've got to put this right?
Well, yeah, you have to. No? It's a result-based business, and we're here to win football games. So of course, pressure, comes as part of football. But I thought we responded really well Tuesday. Give everything, and when you do that, the crowd feed off the enthusiasm, and they were great as well Tuesday.
You made a few changes on Tuesday. I mean, Gabby Rogers, for example, got a start.
Yeah, well, listen, we, for the first time this season, we've had both front men fit. So I thought, right, teams might have sussed us out on how we play last year. Obviously, we haven't got the personnel of last year and the way we want to play, and this might be the way we go forward for the time being in the short term. And they were excellent. They led from the front, defended from the front, and on another day they get goals as well.
Yeah, the irony being you have both your front players fit and your full-back who scored.
Yeah. Well, that just epitomised where we were on Tuesday. He cleared the ball 80 yards from goal, and then scored 5 seconds later. So, everyone was on the front foot on Tuesday, staff included. So, consistency now is a key.
I know it's the old thing of one game at a time. You've got 2 tough-looking away games coming now in 4 days or so, haven't you? Really, starting with Banbury.
Yeah, well, you say tough. I look at every fixture home and away this season, and where the league is, and where you think who's got to be promoted or not, playoff bound. Every game is tough this season. There's no bankers whatsoever, and everyone's got something to fight for, with the 4 going down as well. So Scarborough and Banbury are just as hard as Farsley and Southport. So it's always down to us.
Banbury, then, a few words about them. No doubt you've seen them or had them looked at.
Yeah.
What do you expect then?
A very good footballing team, a team that's used to winning, a team that romped the league below last year and have come into this league with no fear and are exactly where they are in the league. They've got to be in all around it this year. He recruits really well for the way he wants to play, and he's done a good job as winger.
Yeah, exactly. So that was Scarborough as well, isn't it? They did the league below in style last year, and they're going like a train this time as well.
Yeah, they will, and Buxton will be up there. Listen, it's no easy game this season. But I want people to say that about us as well. And if we play like that Tuesday and other games we've had this season, no problem.
It's the magic ingredient every manager I ever speak to wants is consistency, isn't it, really? And presumably that's what you're after now.
I do, and if we all did that, we all wouldn't be here, would we? So it's the solution we've got to find, and I look forward to that challenge again on Saturday.
After the Southport game, while I was just waiting for Jimmy to come out, I noticed Tom Owen Evans was doing a lot of running up and down the pitch, not only straight line running but zigzag running as well, which is usually a sign people are getting nearer, shall we say.
Well, yeah, you know what to say about zigzag running, it means you're fit. Yeah, he's training now, and I think he's 7 to 10 days away from potentially being in and around it. We've got a training game today, so he's got to be part of that for a little bit, which is great, because I think we added up, it's 10 weeks he's been out for, I think, if I'm right, 8 to 10 weeks, so too long, and he's a big player we've missed.
Yeah, it'd be like a new signing when he comes back. Really.
Yeah, big time, and Morgs has missed a hell of a lot, and Folks is back training now, and Nat Knight Percival's back next week, and Jack Tolley's 2 weeks away, so all of a sudden it can change just like that, can't it? So yeah, a bit happy today.
Yeah, James Folks and Nat Knight Percival, I mean, I seem to think they're back quicker than we initially thought.
Yeah. X-rays were not what we wanted to hear from after the injury, but they both recovered really well, and that's testament to what we're doing here and how quickly we got them in at the scans. So listen, until they're fitting back on the pitch, I don't want to get too giddy, but you know, it's good signs.